Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Two Real Gamers Podcast, episode 45.
Yeah.
I'm Steve.
I'm Ricky.
And we're going to jump right into this.
Let's do this. All right. So we have no real discussion portion this time because, I mean, there wasn't really stuff. Yeah, we just want to talk about the news, and that's really it, all the little bits. First off, we'll talk about YouTube entering the streaming thing. Now, we talked about this slightly a little bit, I believe, but they have a slight advantage over Twitch where they're offering streaming at 1080p, 60 frames per second.
Ooh.
That's a lot more than Twitch has to offer. And even if I think Twitch does offer it, I think you have to pay for that.
You have to pay.
Yeah. Which is, I think YouTube's doing that for free right now, which is now the fact that, you know, YouTube has to get people to actually want to stream on those things now. So,
I mean, why not, right? I'll do it.
Well, yeah, I mean, hey, I mean, I don't mind jumping onto it, but Twitch is the real standard right now.
Oh, yeah.
But I still remember for a while Twitch was hated because of all the rule changes and all that stuff, and I guess people just really forgot about that already by now. So
I guess so. I mean, it's one of those things too. Like the rule changes were really about like sound.
Yeah,
so,
and music.
Yeah,
copyright,
basically.
And people were like, "No, ban, boo."
I told you like once it has to blow over, which it did, no problem.
Yeah. Another like quick mention before you get into like certain games and everything else. On eBay, somebody tried to sell, or actually did sell, a fridge full of Jurassic Park games for the SNES, and it was just like, you know, what the hell? Why does someone have a fridge full of SNES games? I don't think it's
but it's not just a fridge full of SNES. It's one game. It's Jurassic Park. That's it. That's it. It's
Jurassic
like
Park.
400 copies of Jurassic Park inside of a fridge.
Yeah, I mean, just cause, right?
It's ridiculous.
And he actually sold it. The fridge was not included, of course. And also there was a bottle of Bacardi in one of these shots.
Which was also not included. It was just the game. Just the games.
Yeah, and why? You're wondering why would someone have that many copies or so many copies of one game? And one game that's just...
the question that's on my mind.
Here's the what the seller had to say. In 2012, I had an opportunity to buy out a portion of a game store. It was there in the basement of this old store. I had the opportunity to purchase a number of Jurassic Park cards, about 120 of them. I said, why not? That could be fun. And then he posted the haul in Nintendo Age, and then things got escalated. So he had 200 games to 250 games to 300. He was starting to use the games of currency. Yeah, it was.
That's ridiculous. That's way too many copies of one game.
Why sell them now? He said there's no real reason. He's had a lot of fun with them, and this is an opportunity for me to share the fun I've had.
So troll.
I guess.
That's so troll. Why would you have you kept them in a fridge?
I mean, you have to find a place to put them. I mean, people...
Why would you even do that many in the first place?
I mean, you know, people keep their games on a shelf. Why not in a fridge?
Oh, it's ridiculous.
But it's sold, actually. There was a buy it now price for $1,500, and it looks like that's what it sold for.
$1,500 for that...
Yeah, I mean, it's used. Some have stickers, some have worn labels, some look perfect. There was some in a box. You know, Jurassic Park, the game. It wasn't really that great of a game, but...
Jurassic Park, man.
I mean, it's good marketing, I guess, because just in time for that new Jurassic Park movie coming out.
Yeah,
so,
Jurassic World.
Yeah, so, you know, kind of a coincidence to me. I don't know, whatever.
I think it's funny.
Yeah. So now, Amiibo. Now, we've got a follow-up from last week because we talked about the Meta Knight and Best Buy. And I did post on the text around here somewhere that, you know, it was just a rumor. We were kind of treating it as, like, go with it because you just never know anymore. It's been unconfirmed. It's still not confirmed whether Meta Knight is coming out on Friday the 29th. Whether that'll change or whether not, like, we don't know. I mean, I don't know. There's some people that's like, oh, my Best Buy confirmed the 29th. And there's people like, oh, some confirmed the 2nd and this, that. And it's like, we don't have a definite day. And then we heard about the warehouse having, like, hundreds of Meta Knights and all that. And it's like, we don't know. We know for sure the new wave's coming out on the 4th.
Yeah, all we know is what's coming out actually on the 29th.
Mm-hmm.
For as far as restocks go, reprints, we have no idea.
Greninja's definitely coming out that day,
Greninja
too.
is, well, because Greninja is a new Amiibo.
Oh, yeah, that's
Greninja
right.
and Jigglypuff are new Amiibo. I was like,
yeah.
Now, Lucario is, I think, what you were trying to say.
Yes,
and Lucario is, in fact, coming out on the 29th.
Yes, that's what I meant to say. Yes, got my Pokemon mixed up.
As well as King DDD is getting a restock on the 29th as well.
Yep. So, and I know Shulk is coming out, but it's not the 29th. I know it's coming out, I think, in June as well, the Shulk reprint. So we definitely wanted to follow up on that because we don't know. And I know we talked about it like a lot, like while it happened, our planning of getting it. I know you don't want to risk going to Best Buy.
Well, right now that Best Buy may or may not be getting the Meta Knights in, I think I'm just gonna go Target to Toys R Us and then just check Best Buy just in case. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, you really don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm only gonna have one option, and that's Target, because the only other option we really have is Nintendo World. That's it. But
well, yeah, but I'm not gonna wait in a 5-hour line. 6-hour line.
Yeah, because that's the thing too. Nintendo World already has stated that the line will start the Thursday night of. I think they're doing a midnight
Thursday
release.
morning.
No, you're right.
It's
you're right.
the Thursday 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
People are lining up.
Yeah, for Amiibo, it's that serious.
I got work. I got stuff to do.
I mean, why not spend a day outside in the city with your friends, hang out on the line with other people who want to collect Amiibos? They're playing like a probably portable, like N64 or Wii, or like a laptop with Project M. You could have all that fun on that line.
No, I got work.
Yeah. So now another thing too, the Shulk restock that we talked about in June, something came out from GameStop where they're saying that corporate has said that you can't hold the Amiibo. Like if you hold Amiibo in GameStop for employees wise, that they will lose their job. And also too, some people are reporting that the shipments of Wave 4 are very low.
Very.
Yes. So yeah, that sucks.
It does. It's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's an exclusive in there.
Yes.
The NES is the exclusive to GameStop,
Mm-hmm.
and the fact that not too many are being shipped out, that stores are having low quantities.
And that's the
fair.
thing. And not just NES. I'm not talking about just NES and GameStop too. I didn't kind of say it like in the same sentence, but I mean actually Wave 4.
Oh, just Wave 4 in general.
Yes, is going to be a low wave. So, yeah, come on, really? I mean,
You didn't learn yet? You didn't learn yet?
Well, Bowser's going to change some things for Nintendo, right? That marketing.
Yeah,
team.
right. Doug Bowser.
Doug Bowser.
Bowser.
Yes.
It's kind of like you haven't learned. The last couple of weeks have been a disaster because you haven't printed enough. You had 2 months to prepare for Wave 4, and it's like, well, yeah, we're going to ship a low amount.
Well, I think what it is, too. They're not taking 2 months to make these Amiibo. They're probably made, like, before already.
They're probably already making the Ganondorfs and the Zero Suit Samuses, the Dark Pits, and all them, the Wave 5. They're already making that now.
I think they're probably even still making, like, the Duck Hunt Dog and the Game & Watch and Mewtwo and such, too.
Falco.
I think they're planning, the Falco. Yeah, so I think they're planning on doing so. It's just, they just didn't think, well, maybe we should make more. We are making money off of it.
They have been restocking them, though.
Which is good. They have the Villager, which is slightly changed. Marth has a slightly different design.
I actually like the newer Villager better.
I think so. I agree.
I like the new Villager. I like the reprint better than the original.
Because I think it's closer to the game. Do you think?
He just looks nice. He just looks more... I don't know. He looks better.
Mm.
He looks more. Yeah, he looks closer to how he actually looks in game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah,
he looks a little odd in his original.
Yeah, he's a little deformed.
Like I've seen the Marth reprint as well.
Mm.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the Marth that I have, but the Marth reprint looks a lot more like Marth.
Okay, yeah, because that's the thing too. A lot of people complained when he first came out. It's like, and now it's like, oh my, I like it.
But I don't mind the reprint though, because it lets you distinguish who had it originally and who got it on the reprint.
Mm.
So I can be like, well, I don't care if it looks better. Mine's original.
Mm-hmm.
mine's first edition.
Yeah, I just wonder how different the Shulk is gonna look, because I have original Shulk. I just haven't opened it. That's the one Amiibo I know I won't open. But I don't know. And then maybe a reprint of Captain Falcon.
I think the reprint of Captain Falcon looks exactly the same.
Yeah, that's true too. Now, talking about the Nintendo World Store, $5.29. We talked about they're going to line up people that morning of. There is going to be a midnight release. Everything, I believe, except for Jigglypuff will be available. Mm-hmm. And you're also limited one character per person. What's up? So it's like we said, Jigglypuff not going to be there. And the Silver Mario Amiibo is going to be there as well.
So Super Mario is going to be there too.
Yeah, the Silver Mario.
I mean, I have no interest in that.
Yeah.
I have no interest in Gold Mario either.
Mm.
So
yeah, I don't care for those. But I mean, if you wanted to get all the exclusive and not have to go to different stores except for Target, you would go to Nintendo World.
Yeah.
That just depends on what you want. That's the other thing too.
Are they doing midnight there?
They're doing midnight at Nintendo World, yes. So and it's one. What I like is like
one
like
per
mentioned,
customer.
One character per customer, not one per customer. Imagine you just walk out like what's
One
your
per
choice?
character per customer.
Yeah,
So if you wanted to get all 14 that are out that day, you can
get
get all 14 if you want.
basically. Yeah,
I don't know if it's 14 or not, but it's a lot.
No, it's a lot.
There's a decent amount.
Yes. Also, the Splatoon amiibo available that day as well. I'm hoping to get my hands on Splatoon amiibo because that unlocks a lot of parts of the game.
Yeah.
I want that. I don't see why I would not waste my time and money to not waste it, but spend my time and money trying to get that amiibo and lose out on it. I can't do that.
Yeah.
So no, that's about the update of amiibo that we have.
And it's just Friday because we're recording this before Friday.
Yes.
Obviously, because next week I might have more friends. You never know. But yeah, it's just I'm just dreading Friday. As excited as I am for amiibo get-in, I'm also incredibly
amiibo get-in.
I'm incredibly scared for this day. It's weird.
Yeah, because you know what it is. I think there's gonna be too much hype. Because you know what, I do expect some sort of line because when Warzone Arena came out for Target the last time, there was a line. It wasn't like a lot of people, maybe about like a handful, maybe like 10, like 15 people, maybe that give or take.
But amiibos have really picked up since then.
Yeah, and I feel like there's gonna be like 50 to 100 people by the time I get there, and that's the thing. I really don't want to waste my time. I'm waking up at like 4 a.m. to catch like the earliest bus I can get to where I'm going to be because I have to work too right afterwards. And get on the line, go in there, and get out. Because I'm really hoping I'd be like the at the most the 5th person, because at least I can have time to do that. But I don't want to be like the 20th and be like, nah, I can't do this because I already know 1, I'm probably gonna lose out on it, and then 2, I'm gonna be late for work. So it's like I don't want to miss out on this, and that's the problem with Amiibo. It's one time, or you're gonna pay double or triple the price.
Yeah,
that's the thing about Amiibo.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could just create your own, like someone did here. Look at this nice.
Which I saw that, and that was beautiful. The
ice
someone
climbers.
made custom ice climbers, and it's just like, first of all, I don't even know what. I'm pretty sure they just made it out of clay. Like they didn't even like resculpt one. Like,
no,
that's like fresh.
Yeah,
that's dope.
Yeah, like some people have made like the Waluigi amiibo and such. I remember the Mewtwo amiibo still being made, but that ice climbers one was hot.
Beautiful.
Yes, and I think it's using the Brawl statue model, which a lot of people pointed out that the Brawl statues or the trophies were actually better suited for Amiibo than the Amiibo here. Like, look at the stick that Captain Falcon has and everything
with
else.
his weird, like, he's like his leg. What's he doing?
Kicking?
He's like running or something. I don't know. But he was better when he was just like, saluting. It's so much cooler. Whatever.
I don't know. Do we have an end point to Amiibo, or should we just go into all the gaming?
I was just going to all the things.
All right. So, Street Fighter 4. Remember we talked about a while back, Skullgirls, and why this is important. Where Skullgirls had a new version of the game coming out for the PS4, and they were actually going to allow, with some sort of code in the game, for people to use their old sticks. Because that was the thing with the new console and the new games, the new Street Fighters and such, and the new fighting games on the PS4, Xbox One, the sticks were exclusive to them. So you couldn't. So for pro gamers and for people who are like casual and had their sticks, and for older consoles and PC, they had to buy a whole new stick because we don't allow those. Now with the new Street Fighter coming out, Ultra Street Fighter 4 and the Street Fighter 5, you can now use the PS3 stick. So it's like, really? Like, but people spent money on new sticks. Really? Come on.
You might as well just use your 4 stick if you have them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, but that's just messed up how they roll people in to do that. I mean, obviously, I feel like it's a money grab, but just sad to say. But
it's unfortunate.
But come on now, you knew you're gonna do it. I mean, why waste people's time and money to do that? I mean, you offer them a refund or something like that, because that's just messed up. Because an indie game did this before a big AAA company game. Like, what does that say?
Yeah,
I don't know. I just feel weird about that. Speaking of older games and fighting games, because I kind of wanted to go to Smash a little bit. We updated in text, but we have to follow up with the Zero story.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a follow-up. So, as you may have remembered, someone was offering it was
Jabali.
Jabali was offering a $250 bounty on the head of Zero for Smash 4.
Now, people don't know, Jabali is the tournament organizer for CEO, which is a tournament that Zero is going to be wanted in, quote-unquote.
Yeah. Well, there's an update to that story.
Mm-hmm.
Smashboards has jumped in. Smashboards said, hey, put our logo on your wanted poster, and we'll match the offer.
Mm-hmm.
So there's now $500 on the head of Zero. $400 for the person who completely eliminates him, and $100 for the person who sends him into losers.
Yep. So get on that. People got to step their games up.
Yeah. If this is an incentive, I mean, beside him also just shit talking North America, if this isn't incentive enough to try to defeat Zero, I don't know what is.
If not, then he's untouchable all the way to Evo.
he be taken down in Evo? Like,
and if not, I mean, he takes himself out of Evo. Because remember, he made a deal where if he loses at Evo, he will focus on Melee for a year. So his main focus will be Melee. But if he doesn't, then I guess he's just, I mean, I'm sorry, I meant that in the reverse. If he actually won Evo, he will focus on Melee. Because I guess he's just that good at Smash 4. He's like, I'll leave the game, let y'all figure it out, and I'll go play Melee and try to get good there. So,
I don't know, but I feel like if you're the best at a game, why would you quit?
To get
that'd be like Mango winning Evo and be like, yeah, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna play Smash 4.
But you know what it is? It's different because I guess Zero kind of sees that he's good at this game. No one can touch him. Might as well just go. I mean, he's not like, but I see what you're saying. And he's not like with Ken. Ken kept going. Mewtwo King kept going.
Especially because the game is still fresh. Like, this is a new game. Why are you gonna quit after one championship?
I don't know.
That'd be like what if Michael Jordan won one championship? Was like, I'm too good for this game. I'm just gonna quit. What? No, stop it. You gotta keep. If you win and no one can stop you, you
keep winning.
You keep winning. You keep winning. You keep making money. You keep doing what you're doing. That gives people more incentive to try to get better, to try to beat you. You're like that level up here that people want to get to. If you just like up and quit, it's fucked up.
Yeah, I guess so. That's the way it is. I mean, I don't know. I just let things play out because you never know. I still want to see how CEO turns out. I still want to see how Evo turns out. Because really Evo's starting to get the hype train now because it's like almost a month plus away.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be good. All right, moving on to more of all the game stuff. Resident Evil 0, a game that originally came out on GameCube many, many years ago. It's actually going to get an HD remaster, and of course it's coming to the PS3, the Xbox 4, the Xbox 360, Xbox One, and PC.
I think you screwed up some names there.
Which one?
You said Xbox 4. It's
Xbox.
It's Xbox 360, Xbox One, PS3, and PS4.
Yes, and PC.
But guess what's not there? The Wii U.
And it's funny because it came out
on
GameCube.
It came out on Nintendo's system.
It's messed up.
Whatever.
Yeah, but it's coming out. Don't know when, but they've announced it. Whatever. It's going to be out in Japan actually 2016, early 2016. I don't know if they're going to be an American release. There probably is because, they're going to try to make the money off of them.
Right.
Now, something we kind of didn't really talk about. There was a GTA show or like that was going to be on BBC. And it was going to star like Daniel Radcliffe and other people and such. And it was basically like, it was Grand Theft Auto. It was going to be like this drama show, going to be airing on BBC, all about basically around the how do you call it? Like, I guess the basis of the game, basically.
Yeah.
It's going to be based around that. And apparently Rockstar never gave their permission to the BBC to do so.
Oh.
So now they're suing.
Dope.
So here's what it was. All right, so BBC was gonna do it. Apparently they thought they were gonna they thought there was some sort of agreement. There wasn't. Rockstar suing for trademark infringement, saying that Rockstar Games has no involvement with the project, and they've actually attempted multiple times to resolve the matter with the BBC.
Really?
So
they've reached out and been like, hey, you can either let us in on this or don't do it. And BBC's like, JK, you can stay out.
Yeah.
It's messed up.
Yeah.
You're using their game, using their likeness. Like, nah.
Apparently the show was being developed under the title Game Changer. And so I don't know. They try to hide that, but yeah, like they said, Daniel Radcliffe was in it, Bill Paxton. It was gonna be like a TV drama, but apparently BBC wants to still do it, but Rockstar's like, nah. You're using the title of our games. You wanted to base it on us. We didn't give you the rights to do that.
Yeah.
We won't. We don't
I understand. I understand it. So.
No, I understand it completely as well. Nintendo news.
Nintendo news.
All right. So the Wii U bundle, they have the basic 8 gig one that basically holds a game.
Yeah.
Basically. Well, that's actually been discontinued in Japan. So the only version out there right now, basically, I think everywhere is going to be the 32 gig. Because I know they canceled it or discontinued the 8 gig in the US, probably in Europe too. Right now, 32 gig version in Japan now only.
Yeah, well, I mean, it makes sense.
Well, I mean, what does 32 gigs even hold anyway? I mean, the other consoles have like 500 gigs, 250 gigs.
Yeah, but those games are also, 500. They're also 50 gigs a game.
That is true.
Right now, what Splatoon's coming out this Friday, and it's what, a 3 gig game?
Two.
Yeah, it's
without the DLC.
Without DLC. So with DLC, it's gonna be a 3 gig game probably.
Maybe, probably.
Smash Brothers is what?
Like 12, 13
yeah,
gigs?
12, 13. So the games on the Wii U are not humongous. So it's
except
it's relative.
Except for what's the Xenoblade? Xenoblade is kind of big. It's like the biggest game on Wii U right now. I think Smash Bros. Actually, I may be wrong. Maybe 18 something gigs
Whatever.
for Smash Bros.
Either way, but that's if you fully download it on.
Yeah.
So if you don't fully download it on, then whatever.
Yeah.
But it's just like the games are smaller on the Wii U, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Whereas the games on the Xbox, Witcher, I'm pretty sure is some ridiculous 60 gig game or something.
Mm-hmm.
The Halo Master Chief Collection was a 50 gig game.
Yep.
So all these games that are on the other consoles are humongous.
Yeah.
The games on the Wii U are not that big.
That's true.
So it's relative to the hard drive size.
I see what you're saying. All right, moving on for Nintendo. Talking about sales-wise, your series, Fire Emblem Awakening, has actually sold 1.79 million copies worldwide.
Dope.
I would think it'd be more, honestly. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of fans.
As great as Fire Emblem is, it's still like a very knit community. There are a lot of people who love Fire Emblem and they're crazy about Fire Emblem.
Oh yes,
but a lot of people most people just don't even know the series exists still.
Yeah, and that's without advertising.
Yeah,
that's what I feel like.
Because Fire Emblem gets no advertising at all.
I don't remember. I'd seen more advertisements for like Bravely Default and like Fantasy Life before I saw any advertising for
exactly. So
the
fans who love Fire Emblem, who play Fire Emblem, they love it. It's like the greatest game ever to them.
Mm.
But for the fans most people don't even know it exists.
No, they don't. They really don't.
They're like, oh, characters from Smash. Oh, where are these guys from? Fire Emblem. I don't know what that is.
And that's the thing. Fire Emblem actually got popular in the U.S. and in the West
because of Mars and Roy and Melee.
Yeah,
That's the reason why they're so popular.
So,
in America anyway. In Japan, Fire Emblem was humongous.
Yeah, they were around since the 80s, late 80s. So, but that's the thing. Advertising could help a little bit. I mean, people are looking for RPGs to play. I mean, people feel like there's not enough RPGs in the world, and if there are, they're on the Vita. And so it's like there's a few RPGs out there. I mean, is Nintendo afraid to sell them, or what is going on?
I always recommend Awakening to anybody.
Yeah,
someone's always like, I'm looking for like an RPG. I'm like, Awakening. Yeah, that's if they have if they're looking for something for 3DS. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm like, Skyrim's a great game. Dragon Age is a great game. Like I'm like. So but if anyone's ever asking for I'm looking for a 3DS game, like Awakening. If you haven't played it, play it.
Yeah, and the thing is, I know I couldn't like it because it's almost like my first RPG that I ever played in that style was Final Fantasy Tactics, and I wasn't that fan of that style. And that's basically what that is, where you're kind of it looks to me anyway. I see from the outside, they're planning where you're putting your characters and you're fighting that way, correct?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I can't play a game like that. I don't know. It's just weird to me. It's a different type of game. I'd rather play an adventure RPG where I can control everybody. You warp into the fight stage, whatever. That's my type of game. Or fighting right on the spot.
I don't know. I like positioning my units accordingly and all that stuff.
I can't do that. That's just weird to me. But you know what it is? That's also why you're also a big League fan too, because you can position all your characters and all that stuff.
Well, I mean, in League, you're only one person though.
That's true.
You're one character.
Yeah.
So it's not really the same thing.
Yeah.
But in Fire Emblem, you control the battle depending on where you put your units and who you want to take hits and who you want so I don't know. Fire Emblem, I just love it. Just love it. I can't wait for next year.
Next year. Unless you're going to learn Japanese and get the Japanese version.
I'm just going to wait till next year. Thanks.
Project Cars, which is already out on basically every other platform but the Wii U because that got delayed. Apparently, and it's something odd here because, the team basically said, look, they had problems making it consistent to play. So they were able to run the game, but they didn't run it at full potential. Where on every other console is 1080p freaking 60 frames per second. They had trouble running the game on the Wii U at 720p and 30 frames per second. I don't even think they reached 30 frames per second. I think they maybe hit
29 or
23 frames per second.
Wow.
So, but the company that's making Project Cars, Slightly Mad Studios, has come on and said that they may want to wait until the NX to release that game.
Well, what is the NX?
That's the thing. That's why the story gets weird to me, because it's like, okay, why are you waiting for the NX then? Like, what is this? Like, what is
Nintendo already said they're not talking about NX till next year. So
Yeah.
what is the NX?
Yeah, I don't get that. Like, and if you guys don't believe me, there's a quote. Let me see that yeah, but yeah, that's the thing. Bell. Who the hell is Bell?
Who's Bell?
Yeah, Ian Bell, who actually runs the company. He said that the teams are having problems, that they're considering waiting for Nintendo to announce the NX and bring it to that platform. But they heard that Satoru Iwata has said that they won't be talking about the platform for next year. So then why even bring that up?
Well, I mean, because everyone's wondering what the hell the NX is. So I mean, if NX is the next generation, like some people think it is, then you could bring project cards to that.
Yeah, but
if NX is just a handheld thing, then well, you can't really bring project cards.
Then why even bring it up then?
Well, because they're preparing you that if NX is what some people think it is, next generation, then it will be coming to Nintendo eventually. I guess they're trying to get your hopes up without getting your hopes up.
You know what it is too? I just remembered, and this is why some people are kind of wary of Kickstarters. This was Kickstarted, remember, and they hit
cars?
Yes, and it did hit a goal to make a version of it for the Wii U. I guess what they're trying to do is keep the promise of playing on Nintendo console.
I understand that. They're trying to keep the promise that they made of bringing it to the Wii U, but it's becoming more and more challenging.
Yes. And then plus too, I mean, why? I mean, I guess you can wait for the next console, but at this point, at that point next year, it's gonna be old. It's kind of like when the Wii U re-released, what was it, Arkham Asylum, like a year after it came out, and like some other, like what was it, one of the Assassin's Creed came out months later or something like that.
It's funny because Elder Scrolls Online came out for PC like a year and a half ago, and it's just coming out for consoles like next week or like a couple weeks from now. I'm just like, wait. People have been playing Elder Scrolls Online for a long time already. It's just coming out. And Grand Theft Auto 5 for PC.
People love it.
Grand Theft Auto 5 was out on Xbox 360 and PS3 and Xbox One and all that a year and a half before it came out on PC.
Yeah. But people love the PC version already because of the
modding. Right.
Oh
so
God.
Comparing PC to things is different because people just mod the hell out of everything.
Yeah, exactly.
But
they played the hell out of the version. You could tell people just wanted the game just to mod it. Because I think maybe a handful of people bought GTA 5 to play it for the story.
I know, yeah.
Like, honestly.
Completely off topic point. There's a gun in GTA 5 for the PC or someone modded where it just shoots cars at people.
Yeah, I brought that up before. Yeah.
Did he? Oh,
yeah.
You know what it is? I don't know what we talk about on the show.
I know.
We talk about in person anymore. It's crazy.
I don't remember either. All right. So, Project Cars, I think. Oh, and one last thing for Nintendo, which is something that they don't do, which was so strange. They actually have a Humble Bundle.
Humble Bundle?
Yeah, Nintendo Humble Bundle. And it has games like Guacamelee, Switch Force, Mighty Switch Force, Whoa Dave, The Fall, Ollie Ollie, Moon Chronicles for 3DS.
Dope.
So yeah, you can pay $1, you get all the download codes and such. If you pay $10, you get Stealth Inc. 2, SteamWorld Dig, and this is so strange because this is Nintendo and indie gaming. I mean, they're trying something new now, and is this gonna work out for them?
We'll find out.
Well, people are buying them because I know I had a huge number of people buying them. I think I might have to consider buying it, especially if you're gonna pay $1 and you get all those games. I already have Guacamelee, so I'm just like, damn it, really? Like, I should have just waited for that. But no,
how are you supposed to know?
Yeah, that's true too. Actually, I think I might have got Guacamelee for free if I remember. I don't remember.
Better.
Yeah, but either way, if anything, if I buy it, I'll give you a code or somebody.
Sure, I'll take it. I don't have Guacamelee.
Yeah. So but that's something new that Nintendo's doing, and I guess that's good. Finally, Nintendo's doing something like this. The consoles have been supporting indies for years. Nintendo has too. That's not lie. But then it was kind of rocky, and especially the situation with the gentleman. I forget his name right now. That he left Nintendo, who was basically the guy who ran the indie part of Nintendo through Twitter.
Yeah.
And then that whole situation that happened with that. I guess this is a good kind of turnaround. I guess they're trying to really fix that market because I guess at this point, if the AAA game makers and developers aren't going to really support the Wii U, the only other choice they have is the indies. Yeah. And if they don't have that, they only have themselves.
Support your indies, man.
Yeah, definitely. Get that Humble Bundle. We'll link you out to it.
It's dope.
All right. PlayStation stuff. Now, and this is interesting, the PlayStation E3 experience. Now, what this is basically you can watch the whole E3 conference of Sony's at E3. Let me even rephrase that because that made no sense. Sony's E3 conference is going to be shown in theaters in North America, and they're free tickets. So I think they're out now, and they're probably going to be gone by the time you even watch this.
Probably,
but honestly, it's really interesting. I don't know if I want to see it in theaters. I mean, what's the difference?
Yeah, right. Are you gonna watch it in theater? Or just gonna watch it on my PC, whatever.
I guess with people just going ooh and ah at the theater, like yeah, ooh yeah.
Everyone gets hype at the same time, so you can get hype with a crowd around you instead of getting hype in your own room.
But everybody claps at the screen, like they can hear you. Like I never get that in movie theaters. Like why are people clapping? Like yeah, that was awesome. Like they can't hear you. It's a movie. Like
not only that, like when people clap in the movies, you miss things. Like when I saw the first Avengers in the movies,
yeah.
Remember the part when Hulk takes Loki and smashes him, and then Loki just said like, "Oh, everyone's too busy cheering at what happened with the Hulk that everyone missed and be like puny god or whatever."
Oh, you missed.
Everyone missed what the Hulk said because everyone's too busy laughing, cheering, and clapping at the scene. Like, no, he said something and we missed it. I hate all of you. And it wasn't until the second time I watched it by myself in the theater because after a week, no one's in the theaters.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, yeah, the Sony E3 experience. I'm not checking. I'm not doing it.
I got Twitch at my house.
I got
I'm good.
I got a PC with a big TV.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll watch it there.
Yeah, exactly. That doesn't matter to me.
I'll put 3D glasses on and make it feel the same. Okay.
I guess, yeah. What is it really? What's the difference besides like people being there at the theater? Like what is really
I'll
the
put
difference?
Put a soundtrack of a live studio audience if I really wanted to feel the same.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, PlayStation, Sony actually has decided to retaliate against Microsoft's subscriber only sales with their PS Plus. It's called PS Plus. Because the Xbox Live has deals with Gold.
Yeah.
Anybody that's subscribed, you get special deals, subscribers only. Same thing with Sony. Sony launched the PlayStation Plus specials, and they'll give you a break on games, on add-ons and whatnot. Like to start 20% off Bloodborne in the U.S. only. I don't know about other countries.
That's pretty cool. I mean, Bloodborne is a pretty good game.
Yeah, they're not going to do it for like new games, but I guess it's a start. I mean, they really don't have to compete with Microsoft so much, I guess. But I don't know.
I mean, but it's just a nice way of thanking your fans and your people who subscribe to you.
That's true.
Like, hey, you know what? Want to have some deals?
That's true. Now, if you guys noticed that we're like in and out of video, our bad. Our camera's like acting up.
Have some technical difficulties.
Our bad. So let's just go into Microsoft, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Windows 10 has a released window for
Xbox One.
Xbox One. Apparently, they're just saying post-summer.
Post-summer, after summer. All right.
That's coming from Phil Spencer himself. So however that works.
Dope.
Yeah. All right. Now, let's go on to PC stuff and then virtual reality stuff. And I think that's about it, unless we have other things in that. Yeah. So PC stuff. Now, apparently Counter-Strike, which is a game I haven't played yet. I've had it forever, but that's the way Steam sales go.
Yeah, right.
Counter-Strike has apparently a big issue with hitboxes, where you could be like, apparently people have known about it for years, or for a long time anyway, and it wasn't until this streamer at a GIF that was actually released from this one stream where a dude was basically right in front of him, like right where you're standing, and shooting right dead at him, and nothing hit him, and then was able to turn around and shoot him, and he was dead. And people were outraged at this GIF because it's like, what the hell's going on? To a point where now it's been brought up, and Steam has basically, or Valve has responded and has said, they're working on it.
We're working on it.
Finally, after all this time, though.
I mean, no one's really brought it up, I guess.
But then again, there's been pro tournaments with CS:GO and everything else, and now,
whatever. No one's ever complained about it before.
I guess, but
it's not a problem until people complain about it.
That's true.
Or maybe people complain about it, and it's just this is the movement that caused it to be
the movement
that caused them to finally say, all right, fine, we'll do it.
Yeah. Speaking of Valve and actually VR, Valve has a trademark for Chaperone, which is VR related, according to Reddit, actually, funny enough. It's been in the patent office. It's a project from Portal and Half-Life video game company, of course, whatever. Here's what the description says. It's for hardware and software, sensors and beacons for the detection and measurement of physical objects. and the representation of sub-objects in virtual reality environments, devices used for the detection and measurement of physical objects, and the representation of sub-objects in virtual reality movements, electronic apparatus for the detection of measurements of physical objects, and the representation of sub-objects in virtual reality environments.
What?
Trademark
English?
Basically, stuff to hold stuff, and you see stuff in virtual reality.
Cool.
So, I guess that's
that was a whole lot of nothing to me.
Well, you know what it is? It's trademark, so they have to be, I guess.
Yeah,
super
no, I
specific.
get it.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I guess that's cool. Maybe the next step in virtual reality, Valve's already looking towards it. It's not like the HoloLens, but you're basically picking up physical objects and using them and seeing them in a different way in virtual reality. You could hold a ball in your hand, but the way this thing reads it, it's probably like some sort of fire or something different.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
Like that type of thing. But I don't know. People are I guess they spotted it. I don't know if it's ever true because things that get trademarked never even come to life.
Yeah,
so,
it's just people trademark things just to be like, I had this idea first. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything with it, but it's mine.
Yeah. So who knows? But that also reminds me of this I think it might have been a Kickstarter or something like that or something or a GoFundMe. That's a virtual reality. It's basically like a giant laser tag, but with virtual reality, where you're in like a giant warehouse. They have a stage set for you guys, for people, and you're wearing a headset and you're walking around, and you could do solo missions. So you're basically like hunting down ghosts or something like that, or whatever. Or you could do like multiplayer type of thing. And it's very primitive right now. The idea is out. It's not really like a thing, but they show the video of people are turning the corner and they're shooting at things and stuff when they're holding they're holding like plastic guns, so they're not really live.
Yeah, well, I don't.
But yeah,
no, give them real ammo. Yeah, give them real guns. And just like blow someone up, kill someone.
Yeah, why not? Let's see what happens.
That's beyond virtual reality. That's a little bit closer to actual reality.
Yeah. Finally from us, the Oculus VR and founder is accused of breach and contract and fraud.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, so Palmer Luckey, not so lucky, huh? He's being accused of passing off the work that he did developing the VR technology for Total Recall Technologies as his own, according to the lawsuit. Now, of course, since Oculus is owned by Facebook, I guess once they notice that, it's like, once they come into that. So Total Recall Technologies claims that it hired Luckey in 2011 to create a prototype for the head-mount display. Luckey is accused of using the feedback and information to improve the device that he received through the partnership from late 2011 to 2012 to launch a Kickstarter campaign of his own, the Oculus Rift. Oh. So the company says that they seek compensatory and punitive damages, but does not specify the amount. Total Recall is seeking claims of breach of duty of good faith and fair dealing against Luckey, along with the conversion and constructive fraud against both Oculus and its founder. Wow. That's
going in.
Yeah. But how will that turn out? Who knows?
We'll find out, and I'm pretty sure we'll follow it up when we hear.
Yeah, because they're claiming it. I don't know if, I guess it's a word of mouth type thing, whether he actually was with that company at that time before he's like, oh my gosh, I had an idea for this virtual reality thing. And I mean, who knows if that's true or not, but it is what it is. See what happens. Yes. So I think that's about it. I apologize. This show came out bad today.
Well, I mean, the audio, we were having a good time on audio.
Oh, yeah, we were
just
having
that the
fun.
video might be a little messed up because technical issues.
Yes. Man. I mean, plus a video cut out of the part where we were just like messing around with the Sony Experience.
But it was a good time.
It was fun. So just follow us, like us, all that stuff. Our Twitters are around somewhere down here. We're out of here. Let's
well,
kill the show.
don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and everything like that.
Yes, please
too.
give us a thumbs up on everything and retweet and like and share and all that. Please do that. And we'll see you all next week.
Shit.